Hi everyone. So my name is Megha Kadu and I'm working as a senior software engineer at Barracuda Networks. A short introduction about myself. So I'm doing a mentorship on TopMed, so you can connect with me one-on-one. Also, I have my own YouTube channel that is Tech with Megha. I create videos on cloud native topics. Also, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have anything to connect with me. So today's session is all about GitOps Dynamic, navigating the new era of DevOps. So we all know what DevOps is, right? Yeah. So we all know what DevOps is. So if we want to search DevOps in Google, right? So when we search the DevOps, what is DevOps? A definition comes upon. So DevOps is something that is trying to bridge the gap between dev and ops team. In any simple software development lifecycle, we basically have two major teams. One is the dev team that is responsible for writing the code, and then we have ops team which is towards the client side to make that application up and running 24/7. So now DevOps is something that is basically trying to automate the things with the help of various concepts, like we have version control, we have orchestration, containerization. So in order to implement these concepts, we have various DevOps tools, like one of the famous is Kubernetes, and we have Docker and many other tools. Now, my session is about how GitOps is going to help you in your DevOps process that each and everyone might be following, right? So let us see what is GitOps. So GitOps is a way to perform continuous delivery process, making Git as single source of truth. Now, what do you mean by single source of truth? So we all know that in a simple software development life cycle, developer write the code and they commit the code in a code repository. That's where we store our code, right? GitOps is telling us that as you store your application code repository, we should also make sure that your configuration files, such as your Helm charts, your Kubernetes files, such as ingress files, service files, pod.yaml file, all these files should also be stored in your code repository. And they should act as a single source of truth. That is what GitOps concept works upon. Okay, coming to GitOps principles. So basically there are four principles: declarative, version and immutable, pulled automatically, continuously reconciled. So now we'll understand these principles and see how these principles are helping us in our deployment process. Okay, so the first principle is declarative. So the word itself is telling us that we need to declare everything. Declarative means your application has some desired state, right? So you declare it how? We declare it in the form of YAML files. We mention it in your Kubernetes YAML file. So GitOps first principle focuses on declare every desired state that you want. Second is version and immutable. So not only declaring, whatever you have declared in your YAML format, right? They need to be versioned also. The same way as you version your application code, right? The code may be written in any language, Java, Python, Go, and any language. We also want our desired state to be versioned so that they act as a single source of truth. And we can track the history also. Coming to the third and the fourth principle, the third principle is telling pulled automatically. So in GitOps concept, there is an agent. You can name it as software agent or GitOps agent that will be sitting in your Kubernetes cluster, and it will be constantly running. And the main focus of GitOps concept is your actual state should be exactly equal to your desired state. Now your desired state is mentioned in your YAML files, as we mentioned. It will try to match it, and if any changes comes, it will pull it and automatically deploy it in your cluster. We will be seeing in further demos how we're gonna do the deployment also. Continuously reconciled. So what do you mean by continuously reconciled? As I said, there's a GitOps agent that is sitting in your Kubernetes cluster. It is running in a loop. First, it will observe. Second, it will find the difference. Third, it will apply it. So any changes you make to your files, it will be automatically pulled and deployed. So here, no one has to go log into your Kubernetes cluster and do that kubectl apply and the YAML file. We don't have to do that. It will automatically pull it and apply it. So these are the main four principles that GitOps work on. Okay, so now the main thing that we want to talk is deployment. So basically there are two types of deployment. One is push-based deployment and the other one is pull-based deployment. So let us see what is push-based deployment. As you can see here, we have a developer who is writing the code. He's committing into a code repository. Let's take an example of GitHub. And then we have the CI process where we write the YAML files, where we mention what is our build process, what is our test that we need to perform. Once that is completed, there is an outcome from that which is called as artifacts. It may be in the form of Helm charts, Docker images. And we store it in registry, container registry, or you can make use of Docker Hub, JFrog Artifactory. Once that process is done, what we do, we have the CD process where we log into the cluster and do a kubectl apply. That's it. This is a push-based deployment. Now what do you see here? We see here that, say for example, in a team, there are around 15 people who are working. And 15 people are working on an application and they want to do a deployment. So each and every 15 people need to have access to your Kubernetes cluster. So here, read-write access is provided to each and every of your team members. This is also a kind of security breach, you can say. We are humans, we do human mistakes, right? So everyone is getting an access for Kubernetes cluster in which your main applications are running. Then we need to expose your Kubernetes cluster. So in any software development lifecycle, we have CI and CD, right? Two processes are running. And CI can have any tool like Jenkins, or CD can have any tool, let us take it as Harness, right? So we need to make our CI tool have access of Kubernetes cluster. Again, we are exposing the cluster. Here, CI process and CD, both are tightly coupled. Okay, say for example, you're working in a company and your company wants to migrate the CD tool. You're using Jenkins as a CD tool and tomorrow you want to migrate it. If you're using push-based deployment, your CI process will be tightly coupled with the CD one. So if you make change in CD, you have to make the change in CI itself also. So that is one drawback also. And as I said, deployment approach is tightly coupled in CI. So let us see how GitOps is going to help us in our deployment process by using the pull-based deployment. Okay, so here CI process will remain same. There's no change in that. The change comes in the CD process. So once the artifacts are generated from the CI process, we store it in a container registry like Docker Hub or JFrog Artifactory. Then, as I said in the earlier slide, that GitOps concept works on having two kinds of repository. One is your application code and one is your configuration repository. You need to clone the configuration repository, pull those changes, whatever changes you want to do, update it. So we'll take an example of a new Docker image has been generated. We want the latest version to be deployed. We'll make the change, we'll update the manifest file, we'll push it in our own feature branch where we are testing it, we'll raise a PR request, and it gets merged into the code repository. Now what happens, earlier deployment we saw that people have to log in and do the deployment. Now what happens, Argo CD, which is sitting in your Kubernetes cluster, will constantly checking your actual value and desired state. So as soon as you push your changes, it will get to know, hey, this is not what is my desired state. I need to pull the changes. It is constantly monitoring, pulling that, and it will be deployed in your application. It's that easy. So you don't have to expose your cluster. Your CD process is not tightly coupled. Tomorrow if your company is telling, let's change the CD tool, we'll make use of something else, you're very easy to do it. You don't have to touch your CD process. It's that easy. So this was pull and push based deployment. Now coming to GitOps feature. So GitOps features are like the main feature is single source of truth, as we saw in the earlier slide. So everything should be versioned. That is where your desired state is been mentioned. And because it is versioned, your application rollback becomes very easy. You can just do git revert and you can easily roll back. Then your CI/CD process gets involved more of automation, and basically the major benefit comes in the continuous deployment process. So GitOps is something that is very much helpful in your deployment, and if you're heavily using Kubernetes, your deployment will be done very easily and secure. Then we have configuration drift. So sometimes configuration drift happens, right? Someone will commit and we don't know who has done it. In GitOps, this is not going to happen. So here you can see there is a robot. You think of it as an GitOps agent which is sitting in your cluster, and its main task is like it will monitor your configuration repository. There is a developer who is happy to make a change in the Kubernetes. She is trying to make some change, but Argo CD will not, the GitOps agent will not accept it, because that is not what it is governed to do that. So it will not accept it. It will only accept the changes that are done in your files. Okay. So this, okay, take an example that it is Friday evening, and we all know that Friday evening is something like, okay, chalo, we have to go home, tomorrow is holiday. So some developer did some changes, and in hurry he committed something, and then he pushed the changes and deployed into your environment. So this is going to be like, it breaks the infrastructure. The next day, like on Monday, when someone joins in, that person will have to do a lot of work to at least understand what was the issue. He has to do a reverse engineering, understand that and everything. So if you're using GitOps, this is not going to happen. Even if someone like mistakenly commits the changes, that is not going to take it in the GitOps. So this is the beauty of GitOps. Okay, so GitOps, as I said, is a concept, the way you have DevOps, right? This is a simple Argo CD architecture. So Argo CD is a tool that helps you to implement GitOps concept. So we have Argo CD here. You can interact with Argo CD tool with the help of UI or CLI. You can also configure webhook events for that. And you can install Argo CD in a single Kubernetes cluster, and you can deploy to multiple clusters around. So you don't have to install Argo CD in each and every Kubernetes cluster. You don't have to take that headache. You have to install it only one, and you can do a multiple deployments in your different clusters. Okay, so this is again a simple diagram showcasing how GitOps can be done with the help of Argo CD in a software development lifecycle. The same thing that I said before, we have developer who will commit it. So we have two repositories, as you can see here. One is the application and the other one is the configuration. And okay. So I'll talk a little bit about my company, and also I'll tell you that I'll be showing you a deployment. I have installed Argo CD in my own Minikube cluster. We'll see that after this right now. So I'm working as a senior software engineer, as said, in the Barracuda network. So we are basically a security company, and if you want to know about the company, you can scan the QR code and it will directly hit you there. So I am a part of Data Inspector company. It is basically works on data loss protection. So I think many of you might have used Microsoft 365 and SharePoints, right? SharePoints, correct. So imagine like people, by mistakenly we can put our passwords and secrets and everything can be exposed there. So data protection or data inspector is a product that will scan that. No matter how you have putting the image, it may be horizontal, doesn't matter. It will scan it, it will get the secrets and all the exposed thing that you should not expose, whether it is a password, whether it is a license, whether it is an Aadhaar card, anything. Scan it, create a PDF image out of it, highlight those things which we should not like open it, like secrets will be highlighted, and whoever is the admin, for them that image will be given, and it will tell you take an immediate action against this. So that is what a data protection product that we have right now. If you want to know about the product more, you can reach out to me, or I can direct you to the concerned person. We have other products. I can help you with that also. Okay, so now we'll see about how we'll do an deployment, right? Okay, let me open. Okay, so before that, okay, so I'm using Minikube as my cluster. You can see that. And let me move it further. Okay, so I have a namespace called Argo CD, as you can see that. In that I have all my pods running up. I have installed Argo CD in that. Okay, so these are the pods that are running. Yeah, so this is the pods that are running, and this is the repository GitHub I'm using, where we have deployment YAML file and service YAML file. Let me just run it a little bit further. Okay, so this is the view as you see when you are using Argo CD. I have my application as Argo CD Jenkins Mega, which is happily running. It has been shown in a heart symbol that it is healthy. Let us go further and make some changes, right? So, okay, so this is a simple deployment file, and you can see that replicas here are 2. we're gonna change it to 4, and we're gonna see how Argo CD will pull it and deploy it. So let us move further. Okay, yeah. So here we can see that I have two replicas, as I mentioned in my YAML file. Now we'll make those changes. Okay, so I'm making here it as 4, and I'll commit it. Do a commit. Okay, I have done the commit right now. It's 4 replicas, so same thing should be replicated there itself. Okay, so you can see here there is a what we call running process. You can see it. Argo CD got to know that there is some changes you have done. It pulled it and it created a 4 replicas out of it. So that's how you can do your deployment process with the help of Argo CD. And that's about my session in Argo CD and GitOps. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.